Italy's weirdest laws. Number 1. Did you know you are not allowed to make sandcastles on the beach in Italy? Number 2. Fish bowls are banned, and the government considers them cruel. Lastly, number 3. You cannot use selfie sticks in Italy, they say it's antisocial. Weirdest Chinese laws. Number 1. Did you know that kids in China have to salute cars as they pass by? Number 2. Cars are also not allowed to stop at zebra crossings. If you do, you will get a hefty fine. Lastly, number 3. If you need to see a doctor, you first have to buy a ticket to schedule an appointment. Daniel Craig facts. Did you know? Daniel Craig is a big fan of the football/soccer team Liverpool. Even though he plays such a murderous character, he has a phobia of guns. Lastly, he is the shortest person to play James Bond in the film industry. Ryan Garcia facts. Did you know? The first sport Ryan Garcia played was baseball, and he was fantastic at it. His training partner while boxing is none other than fellow boxer, Canelo Alvarez. Lastly, Ryan's favorite food to eat is Italian. Mark Ruffalo facts. Did you know? Mark Ruffalo was a bartender for 10 years before acting. Before fame, he had hit over 800 auditions. Lastly, he's deaf in one ear. Michael Keaton facts. Did you know? Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas, but he changed it because there already was a Michael Douglas acting. He loves going fly fishing and sometimes goes with co-actor Henry Winkler. Lastly, he is the shortest actor ever to play Batman. Jack Black facts. Did you know? Jack Black's actual name is Thomas Jacob Black. His parents are both space engineers, and his mother even worked on the Hubble telescope. Lastly, although he is such a great actor, Jack has never won an Oscar award. Kevin James facts. Did you know? Kevin James's real name is Kevin George Nipfing. He was once a pro wrestler, it wasn't just a movie. Lastly, Kevin loves listening to music, he says it's like a hobby. Steve Martin facts. Did you know? Steve Martin's first job was at Disneyland. He is also an art collector. He once sold one of his paintings for $24 million. Lastly, he plays the banjo very well. Will Ferrell facts. Did you know? Will was the first and last ever guest on The Tonight Show starring Conan O'Brien. He is the highest paid actor in SNL history with $350,000 per season. Lastly, Will Ferrell and his family live in Ellen DeGeneres' old house. Paul McCartney facts. Did you know? McCartney's first name is actually James, not Paul. As a singer, Paul McCartney also painted secretly, but he revealed it in the year 2000. Lastly, Paul along with the rest of the Beatles sued Steve Jobs for copyright infringement because of Apple Corp. Harry Houdini facts. Did you know? Harry Houdini's real name is actually Eric Weiss. He was elected 9 times to be the Society of American Magicians president. Lastly, Harry Houdini is known as the King of Handcuff. Jamie Foxx facts. Did you know? Jamie Foxx's actual name is Eric Marlon Bishop. He chose his stage name Jamie Foxx because it sounded ambiguous and it was a tribute to comedian Red Fox. Lastly, he is the second male in history who has received the Best Actor Oscar nomination for 2 different movies in the same year. Elvis Presley facts. Did you know? Elvis Presley has been inducted into 5 halls of fame for rock and roll, country, gospel, rockabilly and R&B. Elvis served in the military for 2 years at the peak of his career. Lastly, before fame, Elvis drove delivery trucks for Crown Electric in Memphis. Matt Damon facts. Did you know? Matt Damon went to Harvard. Number 2. Matt and Ben Affleck went to the same school. Lastly, his brother, Kyle is a sculptor. Jim Carrey facts. Did you know? Jim has the record for the most MTV Movie Awards, he has 11. His father inspired him to start doing comedy. Lastly, he shares a birthday with Muhammad Ali. George Clooney facts. Did you know? George Clooney was nominated for 6 Oscar categories at the same time. He also used to own a pig, he had it for 2 years. He made a tequila brand and sold it for $1 billion. John Travolta facts. Did you know? John Travolta is a licensed pilot, his house has a runway and he owns 4 planes. He dropped out of high school to pursue his acting career. Lastly, he has been nominated for 2 Oscars and won both. Paul Rudd facts. Did you know? Paul Rudd literally doesn't age. Like, look at these 2 pictures. He was the highest paid actor in 2019, earning $41 million that year. Rudd's parents are both Jewish and his name used to be Rudnitsky. Ben Affleck facts. Did you know? Ben's father was a janitor at Harvard University. Ben Affleck was kicked out of casinos after counting cards. Lastly, Ben played Superman kinda 10 years before playing Batman.